How to create a Google form surveys that you can use for your assignment. Okay, so just a reminder that when you go to Google Classroom, you click on classwork, all the links for the assessment notification here is there, as well as the portfolio that each individual has to do. Okay, so just looking at our assessment notification. Okay, so today's focus, or this lesson's focus, is look at section 1, where you need to create a questionnaire or a survey. So pretty much you're coming up with some questions, and then you'll be sending these questions out to some people to answer. Alright, so in your questionnaire you must create 5 questions which address one of the following areas. So you just need to pick one of these 4. Okay, so for example, for this video I'll choose public transport related safety. From the survey you have created, students are to send this to their fellow Year 7 peers, and surveys are to be conducted during homeroom. So I've spoken to Mr. Costello, and he said that during homeroom sometime this week, right, he'll give you, or you will have some time to maybe send your questionnaire to 4 or 5 people in your homeroom, and then they can answer it. And later I'll show you how you can look at your answers, and then you can use those answers to sort of start looking at section 2 and what focus you want your campaign and video to be about. Okay, so really straightforward there. The second thing, back to our Google Stream, remember that everyone's got a portfolio. All right, if we click on this portfolio, right, there's going to be a set of set of instructions that show you how to create a Google form. Alright, so looking at section 1, create a road safety questionnaire or survey. This survey is an opportunity for you to identify road safety concerns and issues related to being a passenger, pedestrian, cyclist, and future driver. The data collected will inform the development of your road safety PBL, your assignment. Okay, so these are the instructions in how to create a Google form. Now, how to create a Google form. Before we get there, just a reminder that lessons 2 and lessons 3, right, they've been great lessons where we've spoken about road safety, and hopefully these lessons you can look back on and then sort of I guess mold your questions that you want to ask. Okay, so how do we start or create a Google form? So you click on these your Google apps in the top right corner here. If you scroll down, right, there is a forms symbol, this purple one here. Click on that and it'll take you to a new interface, and it looks very similar to like a Google Docs or a Google Slides. Right, very, very familiar. So click on a blank form and it'll take you to this template where you can start creating your survey. Now, very similar to Google Slides and Google Docs, you can actually invite and add your group members. That way you can work on it together. Alright, so for example here, I might want to add Mr. Costello. Alright, Mr. Costello and I, we're in a group. I'll click send, and then Mr. Costello would be able to edit this form. Alright, now the first thing that you should do when you open up a new blank is to write down the title. Alright, when you send it to someone, alright, they need to know what this is about. Okay, so looking at our 4 areas, I might pick public transport for this video. I might go public transport related safety at Patrician Brothers College, Fairfield. Right. Quick description might be this form is to identify the issues relating dangers and harmful situations when catching public transport at Patrician Brothers College, Fairfield. Okay, so we have a heading, we've got a bit of an introduction to what the form is. Now we can actually start writing our questions up. Okay, so you can see here that we'll just do multiple choice for our survey. It's a lot easier. For future, you might have some checkboxes or some sort of short answers, or a paragraph of writing. But to make it really simple, we'll start with some multiple choice questions. Okay, so it might be, for example, what is the way? What is the way you get to school? And you might have, for example, get dropped off. And then if you want to add another option that people can pick, you can write down, for example, walk. Oops. Multiple choice. Add option. Okay, get dropped off. Catch the train. Okay, add another option. Catch the bus. And you can have, for example, walk to school. And that can literally be your first question. So I forgot to put a number on this question. Alright, and then you go add a question, and that'll get you to your second one. So question 2 might be, what are some dangers? What do you think are the most dangerous situations when catching a train? Okay, same thing. I'll change it to a multiple choice. Alright, might be, for example, crossing the yellow line. At the station. Might be having earphones on when the train is coming. Might be literally running on slippery surfaces on the train platform. It might be also, standing up and hanging on the handles on the train. Okay, so there's literally 2 questions there that I've done. Now you need to come up with at least 5 in total. Okay, so it's very implicit in your PBL task. Right, it says here somewhere that you need to create 5 Google survey questions. Here we go. In your assessment, in your questionnaire, you must create 5 questions. I'm not going to create the rest of it because we'll be here forever. Alright, so once that's happened, alright, you can literally send, or I want you guys to also share me into this, but you can send this to people that you want to do the survey. So for example, I might send it to myself for this video. click send, and that person, whoever you sent it to, should receive it in their email. There it is, just popped up. So whoever fills this out will get this email, they'll click it. Alright, and I'm just going to answer real quickly. Catch a train, having earphones on, and submit. Okay, and that's how you create a Google survey or form and send it to someone. Alright, how do you look at your results now? Okay, if you go back to your Google form, where is it? Google form, open this. Alright, you can actually see the responses from your survey, and I'll put it in a nice table for you. Okay, this one here. Right, if you look at the responses, now it's come up with one response. Okay, so when you look at your responses and analyze it, you can actually see who answered, and this is where it's really important, because then you can decide what is the most important safety related issue that your questionnaire is targeting. So for example, this person here, obviously I answered catch the train and having earphones on when the train is coming. Okay, so that might be lead up into my section 2, and I can start planning for my commercial, etc. And it might be my commercial might be about wearing earphones and the dangers of it at a train station. Okay, so hopefully this tutorial has helped, and if you have any questions, just let me know.